men, women, and children through navigate through trauma, life crisis, and just everyday life. I'm really excited to be here today as a panelist and as the moderator. When I started out learning how to market, I just kind of got thrown into it. I attended a chamber lunch where you got to get up and say your 30-second elevator pitch, but I was brand new, so the girl that was like with me in my office, she goes, "Oh, you don't have to do it. You can just stay at the table." And I'm like, I'm not going to be the only one sitting at the table. And I'm like, you're not going to outdo me either. So you bet your tush, I got right up there and I hyperventilated. I stuttered my words. I had just started a brand new job where I didn't even know what I was doing. But I got up and did it anyway, and everybody cheered and applauded. So with COVID, I have missed the microphone because I learned to love the microphone and speaking and just engaging through networking. So if you're scared or intimidated to do that, it just comes with practice. So let's see. Today we have two panelists, and one at a time they're going to come up and just give their 30-second elevator pitch, and then we are going to get into the questions. But before that, I'll just give you mine. I am a holistic health practitioner with emotional support. My technique is emotional polarity technique. It has an easy 4-step process. People come in and we focus on what they want to relieve or achieve. We find it in their body using kinesiology or muscle testing. And with that, we find the root cause or the originating event, which is usually from childhood. I often use the ACE study score in my business. The ACE study score is adverse childhood experiences from childhood, and the more you have on that score, the more possibility it is that you will have illness and issues in life. So we have focus, and we have find it, and we have fix it with some easy energy work or body work. And then the key to my practice and the focus is forgiveness. And forgiveness is the key that causes people to just drop what they have. It just falls to the floor, and then we reframe it, which enables more desirable, somebody say it. Desirable, thank you, outcomes in life. So basically what I like to say I do is I lead people every day to lay down what they have so they can move forward, enabling a more desirable experience in their family, business, and community. I'm Jolisa, Clare Holistic, and our next 30-second elevator pitch is Felicia, Howell.
I should have did like you and had a note. I didn't. I'm Felicia Howell. I am the owner and founder of Humbly Changing LLC. I own a business where we coach, counsel, and do therapy. I also do speaking events, educational seminars on mental and behavioral health, and then I also do motivational events, preferably, is that how you say it, toward our brown, black, and minority women. I am a minority woman. I'm a black woman. My business is a black-owned. I have a son. And the reason why was one of the reasons why I kind of geared my business toward women because of the internal things that we face every day. Now, I will help any and everybody, but because of the things that, as a woman, that we encounter, we are like super women. And so being that and taking that in, I said, wow, I need to be helping other women get through some of the same things that I'm dealing with every day. So I work out of my home, but I go out to do different speaking events, and I do everything virtual. And it is very nice. I have one other person that is coming aboard to kind of help me with getting this out there. But I love what I do, and I started it probably before I even LLC'd it, to help other women, because this is what I love to do. I have such a passion for it. Years ago, back in 2000, and I believe 17, before I actually made it legal. I am a licensed clinical therapist, and my actual, how do I want to put it, niche with women is trauma. I actually just finished that training to specialize in trauma, because a lot of us have the childhood trauma and then we grow up with it. But this is what I love to do. And my contact information is all online on Humbly Changing if you want to contact me for any type of consultation, therapy, coaching, or mentoring. Thank you.
Great job, and you can pronounce all of your words. Next, we're going to hear from Maria Rojas from Trace Marketing, LLC.
So if they had trouble with some words, me that I'm Latina, I'm going to have more trouble. First, I want to say thank you to all of you for being here. I love these type of events and the collaboration. And I want you to just quickly give yourself an applause, because being here, making the effort to be here, it just means a lot. And in your business, it's going to mean everything. So I'm coming from Valparaiso, through the snow, and I'm like, I know what I went through to be here, and I imagine all of you are here because you care about your business and because you want to get like more and more out of these experiences. So this is for you. And my business is called Tres Marketing, then Tres like the number 3 in Spanish. It comes very simple. It comes from, I have 2 more siblings that are back I'm from Venezuela, so they're back down there. And we are so close, even though we are far away from each other, and I haven't seen them in a long time. It's my way to be connected to them. So that's the personal side of the name. I started the business as an LLC during the pandemic. I went to Spark, the Spark program with the St. Mary's College. I have a master's degree. I went to Nicaragua to a business school, and I do marketing and social media. So what I do, I work with small businesses. I started with the Latino community because I wanted them to show that they can do it. Like that you don't need to have the big budget to show yourself, show your business, and be there for your clients. So what I do is just like all those dreams that we have as business owners, because we all have dreams. So I try to take that and take the message that you want to communicate and do it through the digital marketing. So this little talk here is like, if you have any question, I'll be here all day. So if you have any question, you're struggling with something, sometimes the solutions related to marketing are very simple. You don't need a lot of time and a lot of money. So I'm happy to help if I can.
I'm just going to start with you. So what exactly prompted you to start your business? What was your passion behind starting your business?
So honestly, I think in my country, I study engineering. So I'm an electrical engineer. And every time I do something, it's to prove people wrong. Like, it sounds like I have to prove all the time I have to prove myself. But I remember when I decided to study that career, I went to a talk, and the person that was talking, I said, like, I don't really know if I want to study electrical engineer or these other engineers. He's like, since you're a woman, it's better that you study this one. I was like, oh, okay. So then I took the electrical engineer. And coming to this, I came here 7 years ago, so I didn't speak English. I could order a hamburger, things like that, but I couldn't speak, like, have a conversation. I still struggle with conversations, but it's fine. Like, this community has been so great with me that it's like, I can do it. So during the pandemic, I said I was doing this as a consulting, working for other people. So I said, I mean, if there are other women like me doing it, they probably they have struggled with the same thing, so why can't I? And every time I would see people kind of looking at me like, I don't think you can. So that gives me all the fuel I need to do it. And it doesn't really take much to me for me to say, I'm going to do it, I'll do it. Even though if I'm not 100% prepared, I'll just do it. And then I have found mentors are amazing, so I'll just go.
Thank you. That was great. Felicia. So we are both in the coaching field. And I don't know if your story's like mine, but my story was I was a red hot mess and knew it and wanted to be different. My phrase used to be I had more baggage than Miley Cyrus and Paris Hilton put together. So I was introduced to this technique, and I just knew I could help myself and other people with it. So how did you get into therapy coaching?
Thank you. And I actually started out in nursing. I was actually in the nursing program in pharmacology. And she actually said, if you give medicine and the doctor sign it and we don't catch it, if the patient don't supposed to have it, you're liable. And I said, I'm done. I quit. Because I did not want to be liable for someone's life over a mistake that I should have caught that was the doctor's. I quit. Right in the middle of pharmacology, and the teacher was actually crying. Said, nope, I'm going to go somewhere where I can really help without giving the medicine physically. And I looked around, and I found Bethel College. Fell in love with it. And then my husband said to me, I was working as a CNA, he said, I can see you as a social worker. I said, no. All they do is this, because I didn't know what all they do. And finished my bachelor's and started looking for an MSW program, found it, graduated from Western, and found out it is a variety of things we can do. That's what drew me to this, because the help. I needed help. Yeah, I was still a hot mess, still working on things, but the internal stuff that I needed help with, there was no one that looked like me to help me. And I said, this is strange. I can't find anyone that can really relate to what I've been through. And that's what kind of started me to say, you know what, when I finish with my master's, I'm going to help women, because I had no one. And I was raised in a little poor city right in, as they call, you probably pronounce it Benton Harbor. No, we pronounce it Benton Harbor. Get it? It's a slang to it. When I first met someone, they thought I was from the South. And so it's a poor city. I was single mom. I'm an only child, but the oldest of 7. And so I was raised in that. That's what started me, to help women because of what I've been through and what I've watched others go through. So that's why I'm here.
Stay right here. Stay right here. So what is it you enjoy most about being a women provider for women?
Giving people the tools that they need to see that there is hope. Just because of my experience. And I tell you, everything I give, I've experienced. I kid you not. that's crazy. I'm like, why do I have to go through this? Everything I help women with, or even relationship, even teens, because I work with teenagers too, I have experienced something from that client. So,
And that's what makes you good. Miss Maria, come on in. No. Do you want to answer the same question? No, it's fine. Okay. So as a new person coming to the country, how difficult was it with capital and funding to start your business? So the question would be, did you have access to capital funding that you needed to launch or grow your business? And how did you go about financially starting your business?
So, well, no, I didn't have like financial help because actually that was during COVID, and when I registered my business, it was already late to apply for some of the funds that I could take. But since I started as a consulting business, I really didn't need a lot of money. Like I just needed just for gas, going to meetings and stuff like that. And I know sometimes I think there's a lot of information, and then since there's a lot of information, it's just like you get overwhelmed. You really don't know where to go. So that's why I think mentors are really important, because these people were here before me, and they have been experiencing stuff like this for years. So I always go to them and talk about my struggle if it's about money, and go to those resources.
And what would you say you enjoy most about owning and running your own business?
Well, I love, people say the freedom, but really it's like sometimes in marketing you cannot work 9 to 5. Like sometimes I get ideas at 2 a.m. and at 2 a.m. I have to be like, okay, I'm going to do something. So I love helping people. And sometimes that's kind of like I need to be careful because many times I do it for free. So it's like, I need to help people, but I also need to eat. So, but I love when I help someone, even if they don't pay me, but I see they do something with it and they really go and work with it, and I see that it's working. That to me is just like my best payment. So I love what I do, and I love helping because I know that's going to make someone else happy. So.
And what is one thing you wish you had more time for?
To study. I love to study. So yeah, sometimes I really don't have time. I really admire all the women that have business and have kids. Until last year, I didn't have not even a husband or a pet. And now that I have a husband and a pet, it's just like, oh gee, how do you even do this with kids? So I really like just vow, because I would like to just study more and love to study. And in this business with social media, you have to do it because it changes. Like tomorrow, Facebook says something else, and you're like, okay, I have to update this because something changed. And that's the way I can really help people.
Thank you, dear. Felicia, what is your favorite thing about being a woman-owned business?
Pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same.
People. Yeah.
And do you have a husband and or a pet?
Yes. I have a husband. I have 4 children, but 3 are at home, and I have a granddaughter who's 2.
Lovely.
We do have a pet, and my youngest has quite a bit of things going on. We just found out some news actually this week. So I'm running a business, taking care of a teenager that's kind of sickly. She's doing well. And we have a toddler that lives in our home. He doesn't like bedtime.
So I'm a little nervous to ask, what's the thing you wish you had more time for? Because you don't have to. Well, maybe because you don't have a lot of time.
I don't. So I'm a late owl, and I am up early. I don't have a lot of time to sleep. But I like to study, but I also like to read. And I don't get love to read, but my favorite thing, my getaway, is TV.
Mm-hmm.
Watching TV, and it's the same show, and I have not watched all of them. Law and Order. I zone out because I'm lazy. That's my favorite thing. But that's it.
Thank you very much. So you know you are in the right business if your passion is continuing to study and learn one more thing about your business. Because they each said that, learning more about their business and having new ideas and inspiration. And I'm the same way. I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh, that's a great slogan. Oh, that's a great marketing. That's a great marketing idea. Or, oh, I should make a program for people who can't get pregnant. I should have a fertility program. I should have this kind of. I should have a chocolate eating program. I should have this program. So, if you're that passionate, you're in the right business, and you'll be successful because you are passionate. The other thing I wanted to say about money in your business and people that can't afford it. It's okay to be complimentary. It's okay to be pro bono. But at the end of the day, you have to pay your rent and you have to buy your groceries. And your doctor doesn't give you complimentary services and your dentist doesn't do a filling for free. So you have to be okay with giving money to learn, and you have to be okay with receiving money in your business because that is your livelihood. So I believe that's all the time we have today for our panel. Thank you all for being here. Oh, we have 3 minutes. Does anyone have a question from the audience? Yes, ma'am.
I need your card because I need to find out what happened and when that trauma occurred. I got an idea, but I need to know.
Okay, I can help you with that. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question for Maria.
Sure, come on in, Maria.
Okay. I work with some Hispanic businesses, and sometimes it's difficult to convince them to market to a wider audience. Or how do you work with Hispanic businesses to kind of get them to open up their marketing platform?
So I've been there too. So there's people that says I don't want to grow because I'm fine where I'm at. So sometimes I just let them be, and then once in a while I just come back with other experiences that businesses that have done the same, and or talk about programs that the community has, like the Latin American Chamber of Commerce. Like there's a bunch of programs. So it's kind of me pushing them to say I'll show you. And the struggle is like when it's like that, I always will go like, give me a week and I'm gonna show you, but that week I don't get paid. So I started being like I have to be like kind of biting my nails saying like no, but it's I try to show them what I have done before, and since so I tell these business owners just to share their experience, and that kind of takes people to okay, well I'll do it, and it goes like it's like a snowball, so it goes like that. It takes time, but it's doable.
And then piggybacking off that question, how would you encourage groups like this entrepreneur conference or to reach out to the Hispanic community? Because there's so many Hispanic businesses that don't necessarily do networking and that kind of thing.
Well, like if any of you want to do that, you can connect through me, or you just go to the west side where there's a bunch of Latinos. But it's usually if you know a Latino, just talk to that person is going to connect to you. Because I don't know all of them, but I just always say I don't need to know everybody. I need to have one person in every group because that's the connection. So this is all about connection. So yeah, you can either talk to me, and I can, if I don't know or don't know the person, I know someone that might know them. So.
Do we have any more questions for our panelists? All right, well, thank you all for being here. and supporting our panelists. And that's the end of my time. So I believe all of us are online. Do you offer services online? Telehealth? Not telehealth?
You can contact me at info@humblychanging.com.
Info@humblychanging.com. And thank you so much.